I feel like it's a deep dive into another man's life when you see how they keep their bag organized.
Oh my gosh.
Soly's a disorganized mess. We got zippers open all over the place.
Be the right club. Be the right club today.
Yes! Johnny, that's better than most. How about in? That is better than most. Better than most!
Expect anything different?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the No Laying Up podcast. Going to do things a little bit differently. I got mic'd up. My guy, Matt Ryan, for some reason, was my caddy at the Creator Classic. He got mic'd up.
Scatter to west, right, tight, F left. Scat 322, Y stick line. Alert, triple right, flop empty, scat 22 hunt.
We are going to take you on somewhat of an immersive audio experience. We're not going to go shot by shot by shot by shot by shot. There were way too many of those, but take you inside the ropes of what this experience was like to play in front of a fair amount of people and a fair amount of people watching on television. DJ Pie is going to help guide me along. Hello, DJ.
Hello, Soly. Good, or should I say Soly, based on some of the analysis that I heard.
Okay, Soly.
That's good there, Soly.
Great to be with you. You know, I'm transitioning. A lot of people, you know, are how come you weren't caddying? How come you weren't on the bag? That's a young man's game. You know, it's not a lifetime. It's not a lifetime career. I'm transitioning into the booth. I'm going to huck some takes. I'm going to ask you some questions, and I think we're just going to get into it. You know, I uniquely qualified to be the interviewer here. I feel like.
Will you be auditing the caddying duties of Mr. Matt Ryan?
Of course, as a professional, you know, that's part of my role in the booth is to hold people to account and really be the voice of the fan here.
You're like Bones. You've graduated from, you know, caddying at massive venues to just commenting now.
Exactly. You think Bones misses carrying those 60-pound bags around? You know, he's carrying a microphone around and leaving after the last putt drops. It's probably great.
I like Bones, though, man. Like, I love Bones on the bag. That's probably a little bit too much conversation for my liking as a player with him and Phil. But, like, Bones just seems like he'd be fun to have a beer with.
Yeah. All right, before we get going, of course, always brought to you by our friends at Titleist. Soly, I got to imagine you got some Titleist golf clubs in the bag.
I did, Deej. Thank you for breaking that news. I am gaming the GT3 driver in this. I had the GT2 in the bag at Sawgrass. My back has awoken enough to the point where I think I can put the big boy back in play, the GT3. Might have got humbled on that front. Might be going back to the GT2. But anyways, you know how it is. GT3 3-wood as well, but I got the new T-Series irons in the bag. I have the T150 5-through pitching wedge, and then I have the T250 4-iron in the set. I'm like the 80% of golfers on the PGA Tour that have a blended set. I have the Vokey SM10 wedges. I have a 48 degree, a 54 degree, and a 58 degree with 4 degrees of bounce. And then I'm gaming the Scotty Cameron Fastback Studio style putter, which I was really excited to put into the test here. One, it was what saved me at the first Creator Classic. Putting on fast greens, I need that little insert in there that helps that ball come off a little bit more dead off the club face. And you're going to be playing on PGA Tour speed greens. Like, this is where that putter pays off. You can have a big, nice full stroke with it. And that's my favorite thing about this putter. I play the Pro V1 golf ball, which is a little lower flight, lower spin golf ball. And I've had a lot of success with this golf ball. It's a perfect golf ball for me. So that's what's in the bag.
Listen, I know we're not talking about my golf game, but can I shout out the Titleist U505 2-iron that I just got? That was like, I've been looking for something at the top of the bag, get me off some of these tee boxes. Oh my God, where have you been all my life? That's all I'm going to say. We can save that conversation for another day, but holy smokes, that is a weapon, man.
So the Creator Classic has gone through a couple of different iterations. I played in the second iteration of it at TPC Sawgrass at the Players Championship the Wednesday before the tournament kicks off. That was 10 people, one winner, but you play an 8-hole stroke play event, and the top 3 from that one made it into the finals. I was fortunate enough to be one of those top 3 miraculously.
But Soly, he's coming back. He's playing more and more golf. He got 3 little ones at home, and you know how that goes, Shane.
Yeah, it's not the easiest thing to dip in on practice.
I was invited back to the Tour Championship one. This one was 12 people for 4 spots, 8 holes. All you got to do is make the top 4. Then you're going to play the 18th hole, and winner of the 18th hole gets $100,000.
That's Eastlake, Cathedral of Golf. The pros will take it on tomorrow. Today it's the creators, 12 of them, all vying for $100,000. If you win this thing,
I'm, of course, an amateur golfer. I was playing this for the kids. We just recently started the No Laying Up Endowed Scholarship with the Evan Scholars Foundation. And that was a big hook for me to go play this was, listen, are the odds small? Sure. But there was an opportunity for me to win $100,000 and really kickstart our fundraising for that scholarship. And at minimum, I can talk about this scholarship now and raise some awareness of it. And that's what we're doing right here. Because I didn't win, guys. I did not win the 100,000.
Well, I'm interested to break down how you didn't win. That's what we're going to do here today. But I think before we get to it, biggest question I have on my mind, I got to hear how this Matt Ryan thing came together. How do you know Matt Ryan? Why did he say yes to this? I have so many questions.
And we've talked about creators. The most famous person out on the golf course right now is Soly's caddie, Matt Ryan.
What did he do?
I think he was he a quarterback?
Oh, yeah, QB1. That's my quarterback.
Okay.
Rise up, baby.
Oh, sure.
Matt Ryan there, right there. There he is. Look at him.
So February of 2023, Waste Management is taking place. I went from Pebble to Waste Management for a couple of days. The Super Bowl was in town. Matt Ryan is represented by Excel, and we are represented by Excel. We ended up at dinner together, and I had heard he's a big golfer. I did not know he was a massive NLU follower, like very detailed.
I like the tourist soft stuff. I like watching those guys go on trips. Australia is pretty good, man, and I've never been, and it looks like you gotta go.
We start, shooting the shit, talking at dinner that night. Had a few too many beverages, and he just kind of pulls me aside. He's like, "Hey, why are you trying to hit a fade, huh? You're a drawer. You're a drawer of the golf ball." And I was like, "Wait, Matt Ryan knows details about my golf game. Like, what is this world, first of all?" And we exchanged numbers, and the next day he was like dying to get out and play some golf. And he went up and met me at Talking Stick there in Phoenix, and we played my favorite style of golf, which is chasing sunlight and playing as many holes as you can until it gets dark.
It'll work.
Aim at the ditch, swing hard. That's right.
It was like we knew each other for a long time, even though that was our first time ever hanging out. And we've stayed somewhat close, stay in contact from time to time. And when my wife and I found out we were pregnant with twins, I'm just scrolling my phone. I mean, we were freaking out. And I'm scrolling my phone trying to run into people that I know have had twins. And he is like one of 3 people that I could contact.
Soly texted me like the most cryptic text of all time. He was like, "Hey, man, got something important to talk to you about. I only know like 2 people who have gone through this." So I'm like, dude, what is going on? I haven't gone through that many traumatic experiences in my life. Like, what is up?
He called me back coming from some tournament and lied to me about that everything was going to be okay about having twins.
He's one of like 3 people on my phone I know that has twins. I called all 3 of those people and I'm like, "You got to help me, man. You got to tell me it's not going to be as crazy as I think." And
I think all 3 of them lied to him.
All 3 successfully lied to me, said it was going to be okay. It's a conspiracy.
It was great. It honestly was really, really good advice. And, he and a couple others have been really good sounding boards for the trying times that we've gone through. So that's kind of how our friendship started. So when I found out we were going to Atlanta, DJ Pie refused to take the bag for a second time. He was smart. He knew what a miracle that first one was and how unlikely it was to be a repeat.
I got nothing left to prove. I don't know about you, but I got nothing left to prove on the golf course, man.
I said that after that one, and I got tempted. I got drawn in by the allure of competitive golf. But I thought, all right, who do I know in Atlanta? And again, I was like, all right, he's always said, if you're ever coming to Atlanta, let's go. We'll go play East Lake. We'll go play Peachtree. We'll go play wherever. And I never end up making it to Atlanta. But I was like, hey, I'm coming to Atlanta for the Creator Classic. Would you want a caddy? And it was an immediate yes.
As a 4-time Pro Bowler and former MVP, how is today a new pinnacle in your career?
It is the pinnacle. That's exactly what it is. No, it's cool. Soly texted me probably a couple of weeks ago asking me if I would do it. And
not expecting a yes, by the way.
No, of course I do it. So it's going to be a ton of fun. I've only caddied a handful of times. I feel like my track record for caddying is pretty good. One time I caddied for Stuart Sink in the par 3 contest at the Masters. So I only show up for the big events.
In my head, I was like, surely you're more busy, but he's a retired NFL quarterback. He works on Sundays for CBS, but he was not busy on a Wednesday. And my guy was into it, man. He was so into it.
Hey, if we do come in for reads, do you read like drip pace? Hit a couple coming down the slope.
Yeah.
All right. You guys kind of into the slope. So if you want to play something low and drive it in, you can do that.
Yeah.
Solid.
It was really, really, really impressive. He's honestly one of the most impressive people I've ever met. He's just super down to earth, like understands like his role in the city and how, popular he is in the city. And we couldn't go a single hole without somebody shouting something at him or somebody that knew him and wanted to say hello.
Now, right here, stop.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Caddying today.
Oh, no, you're not.
You doing all right?
I'm good.
Keeping the riffraff out?
But man, he treated this like a very, very, very serious event, and we had so much fun together. I wish I could have brought more to the table for him.
If you can come up with something optimistic for that one, I'm all ears.
There's plenty of room over there.
What are his bona fides as a golfer and a caddy? Is he a stick? Is he how well does he know Eastlake? What's his his CV coming in?
I do wonder if Matt's ever caddied before. I'm going to probably say no. When you're like the stud quarterback your whole life, probably not carrying a lot of bags.
Matt, so I actually remember, I think I tweeted something about this a long time ago. He played in some event and it was like, it said Matt Ryan was a plus handicap. And I was like, all right, I'm not saying like, he's not a plus handicap, but I also don't believe it. Also, he's not a plus handicap. Some kind of snipey joke like that. And then I played with him a couple years ago. My guy's a plus handicap. He is an excellent, excellent golfer, can absolutely send it. You can tell he's just remarkably coordinated. And has a really, really tidy game. He plays in a bunch of celebrity-related stuff and things like that. And he's also a member at Eastlake. He doesn't play there often, but he knows, the ins and outs of the golf course. And I had never set foot on this golf course prior to this day.
This is the first time ever.
First time ever touching the grass here. Yeah. We're winging it. I told you. But as I said, this can work to my benefit of like, dude, I don't know where the trouble's at. Exactly.
No scar tissue. But it's huge. And I won't bring up any scar tissue. I got tons of scar tissue.
I, watched some videos online, but I did not know how to play the holes, didn't know the runouts to the bunkers, didn't know where to miss, where not to miss. So I was leaning on him heavy for all that stuff.
On a scale from show up and shut up to full-on sports psychologist, what are you looking for today out of your guy?
I'm looking for psychological stuff from a guy who's played in front of a lot of people, granted a different sport, but has been in the most pressure-packed situations possible. He's going to know what mental state I probably need to be in. And if I catch myself veering off, I have a feeling he's going to pull me right back in. He's going to help me galvanize the Atlanta fans, I think, to start rooting for me as well. And he's going to take a little tension off me. Like most people are going to be looking like, how did this guy get Matt Ryan a caddy for him? That's all. That's the triumvirate that I'm looking for out of this. And also, he's like a +4 stick. He's got mad game.
I'm not hitting any of the shots.
He knows the golf course really well, so I think we'll be simpatico.
What's it like walking around Eastlake with him? I mean, people like he's got to be, I don't know, in the sports world, like one of the more famous people in the city. I have to imagine the most famous person in the city. Like it's got to be up there, right?
Hey, you really couldn't find a better caddy.
No, that's all we could drum up.
Are you caddy?
I am for Soly.
Spent 14 years. He took him to a Super Bowl. Like he was an MVP. I mean, it was mostly shock. Again, kind of the same shock I had when he said yes, but most people are like, what's he doing caddying for this guy? This guy's like 8 over par.
God, that guy looks just like Matt Ryan. God, that guy looks just like Matt Ryan.
Matty Ice.
Thanks, everybody.
Legend.
Thank you.
Matty Ice.
Not right now, but.
All right, so coming into the Creator Classic, I was with you last time at Sawgrass. I know you didn't have a ton of preparation. What was your preparation like this time? Surely you're finding all kinds of time to play. You're grinding. You've got a whole practice plan going. I have to imagine.
It is Tuesday, August 12th. In 8 days, I'm going to be playing golf on television. Starting to feel like that, oh shit, here we go again meme. After swearing off competitive golf, I embarrassed myself again at another recent tournament. I didn't even tell anyone about it. It was so bad. I guess we're going to try it again. And I don't really have any sense of a golf game at the moment. All right, developing situation. We've hit it 6 cold shanks. I'm worried about a wear pattern on the hosel, honestly, at this point. We're going back to the car for a towel. My hands are dripping sweat. So this should be very interesting. I'm of the understanding that I hit lightning in a bottle at the last Creator Classic. I cannot expect that luck to replicate.
I mean, Deej, I was a plus handicap to start the year, I think, and I am been soft capped at 1.9. Like I'm above a 2 in reality right now. Like I'm I've broken par twice all year long. It's been a challenge.
All right. So who was out there with you capturing all this audio and everything?
Our guy, Charles Van Kirk, has been working on a lot of these kind of immersive podcasts with us. And, he was awesome out there, but every now and then I just make eye contact with him and he'd just look at me with like a little bit of sympathy. Like, I'm sorry, dude. Like, I know this isn't going great, but it's going bad enough that it might be good content. So that was a good through line for all of it. I was like, dude, it's going to be fun to roast you on all this.
So take me through, what does a day look like at one of these events? From you're waking up at the hotel and then what happens?
Paparazzi's here.
Hello.
How we doing?
It feels weird inviting somebody into the hotel room with all this gear you've got.
Coming in hot. If you're gonna come in heavy or not at all.
Next time you come in, you come heavy or not at all.
This guy's ready to roll. Look at this guy.
Yeah. So, how you feeling? How'd you sleep?
Fine. Not great, but about within the models what I'd expect for an anxious day I'm gonna have. Actually, let's check it out. Let's check the Whoop. I'm a little nervous to check it on a day where I actually care what my recovery is, but 63% recovery is not exactly what we're looking for. I'm guessing the heart rate was up a little bit. It was up a little bit last night. That's okay.
All those mocktails at dinner.
I know. There's a little sugary mocktail that might have got me. I thought I was being smart, not having the alcohol, but I think may have gotten something worse. But
that mocktail was like taking the iron off the tee and pulling it into the trees.
Exactly right.
So, first of all, where are we? What time is it? What's happening here?
It is 8:32 a.m. We're in the Lowe's Atlanta Hotel. We're about 3.5 hours from taking the shuttle over to the golf course. I got some meetings this morning, some work to catch up on, and anything to just kind of keep my mind off of what's going to go down today. I wanted desperately to get some practice in last night, called a couple clubs, got permission, but the weather did not cooperate. And did not get any swings in. So we're winging it again, just like we did at the last one.
Before Sawgrass last time, PGAtour.com was quoted as saying about you, some players are just too candid in interviews for their own good. So my question is, are you the Rory of the creators?
I was I wasn't downplaying the status of my game. It was 3.5 months after our twins were born. Like, there was no golf being played. And the golf that was played so horrifically on camera. Like, it's published on YouTube. It was really bad. I had reasons to be very concerned about my game. I recognize that almost before every video and every swing, like, I'm making excuses before I even get there. But, whenever you're throwing yourself into these competitive situations, it almost feels like you should give an excuse as to why, why you're doing this if your game is not in really good spot.
This was a lot lighter lift of a day. We took a shuttle around noon over to the golf course, that hospitality set up for us, lunch, all that stuff, and kind of, do a couple trick shots, hit a putt on 18, try to hit a GoPro with a stinger, go do a rules briefing and all that stuff. But honestly, I felt a little rushed. Like at TPC Sawgrass, we got like 3 hours to warm up. And how good did I hit it on the range on that day? Oh my gosh, I was absolutely flushing it. And this one was just a little bit more rushed. And it was also like really hot in the middle of the day. So you're not like looking to hit a ton of balls.
What's going to be the post-round drink of choice?
I mean, it depends how heavy this bag is. It might be a liquid IV and water.
Well, I got range.
I got to the range. I thought I was going to be gassed up and like, man, just started hitting balls and it was not going great. It just really wasn't going great on the range. And I knew it, Matt knew it, but we weren't allowed to say that out loud. And I swear he tried everything he possibly could to get me, back on the right track. Let's try 8-iron here. Like, oh, that looks great, Soly. That looks great. He even gave me a little pump-up speech about a bad warm-up he had once before an NFL game that I don't think was a true story at all, but my guy was trying.
One of the best games I ever played in the NFL was against the Carolina Panthers. And Julio he went off for like 300 yards. I threw for like over 500. I had the worst warm-up of my life. Full panic mode in the locker room beforehand, being like, oh, this is not good. And then go out there and just stripe it.
Did he tell you it wasn't true?
Later on, he told me, he's like, yeah, I might have been exaggerating that one a little bit. But in the moment, I was like, oh, good. I needed to hear that. I also didn't know QBs had bad warm-ups. I didn't know that was a thing.
Look, it's the Creator Classic. It's not the Super Bowl. I'm aware of that. But Are guys like one of the truly like one of the best competitors in the history of humanity? I gotta imagine he's got some pointers on how to go into a competitive environment.
And that was honestly a through line that I thought would be great and might potentially help me, right? Like I want to talk to him about how he handled pressure situations and how he approached it all. And I listened to what he said. I didn't necessarily, I wasn't able to replicate that, but yeah.
Also one of the best athletes in the history of humanity.
That was a lot more helpful.
That's a good combo.
I did not have that part going for me, but I mean, just again, not his comfort zone necessarily, but understanding what's needed to be a caddy. He knew everything to do, say, like, was just Johnny on the spot on like, how many balls did I want to chip? What time? He kept updating me on what time it was. 3:10.
250. So we got plenty of time.
Okay. Thought you wanted me to hit this 250.
No,
I was like, okay.
No. I want you to hit it just like those last two. Those are perfect.
Better long irons than short.
That's perfect. We're attacking 14 with that 4-iron.
There you go.
5-iron.
Another thing that I thought was going to help was having him on the bag. If things started poorly, was like extra motivating. Like, I can't quit on this guy. Like, he's taking time out of his day. Like, we're going to go find it. We're going to go find a birdie. And I swear I kept that attitude. I kept trying to find that, but I think my mind also got there in a blender there.
Did you guys talk ball while you're out there?
My wife's boss is a Virginia Tech Hokie.
Oh.
And as soon as I brought up that you were caddying for me, he like actively grimaced
I got him on a Thursday night.
The Thursday night game.
Cannot take a sack here. Ryan will fire.
Oh,
the end zone. Wide open for a touchdown is Callender. And Lane Stadium goes silent with the 11 seconds to play.
2 touchdowns in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah. Tell him I'm sorry for that. But they got us when it counted. We played him like a month later in the ACC championship, and they beat us. So he'll get it.
He was not happy about that a little bit.
Does your encyclopedic memory transfer to golf course knowledge as well?
No. I seem to forget everything on the golf course, but I'll be good for him today. I actually know this place pretty well.
We talked a little ball. I found out he's a Ball Knowers listener, or has listened to it. And
a hate listener of the Ball Knowers.
He had some comments about that.
It sounded like a Ball Knowers episode.
I said, we need
to prove that we actually don't know ball.
Do you listen to Ball Knowers?
I'm like, these fucking idiots.
Are you listening? Were they accurate or not?
Some takes are. Some you're like, Tron gets going on Kyle. I'm like, oh my God. This fucking guy.
Yes.
This guy.
Yes.
Just chuckling in my car.
Again, he's entrenched in the NLU universe, but I think at one point he started bringing up football to me like during the round because he could tell the golf stuff wasn't going so great. But asked me about the Jags or why I was a Jags fan and what they were going to do with Travis Hunter. But at that point, I could see what he was doing, and I was like, I appreciate it, but I don't like it right now, my friend.
Sure. So I was there at Sawgrass. It was electric with the fans. A lot of people, a lot of energy. How did it compare out at Atlanta? And also, like, who were people rooting for? Who had the juice out there?
Really looking for Luke Kwan.
Okay.
I really like Garrett Clark, and I like Gabby Golf Girl.
Micah Morris, Garrett Clark, see some of those guys.
I watch a lot of the girl golf games and stuff like that too.
I didn't notice Gabby. I'm a big fan of hers.
It didn't quite have the same juice, didn't quite have the same, like, I didn't get up to that first tee at this one and freak out. At Sawgrass, I freaked out. I mean, there was people 8-10 rows deep. By next year, it'll be 30 rows deep when I tell that story. But
who are you playing with?
So we're playing with Roger Steele, who I also played with at the first Creator Classic. I nipped him by 1. He has not taken that very well and very kindly.
Soly squeaked by. I let him squeak by because it was a hometown story for him. I wanted him to feel good. It was his first Creator Classic. I wanted him to know what playing in the playoff felt like. So it was really just me being considerate.
Then I played with the short game king, Daniel. He won the qualifier to get in the event, and he won our threesome as well. He was quite a tidy player.
How would you describe Roger to someone who's never met him?
He's very raw, very authentically himself. So
because he's got a big personality, he kind of just speaks, and I feel like that's kind of his platform, is just to kind of speak and feel like he doesn't have any type of filters.
I bring a wild card to most things that I do. It's like, what is he gonna say? What is he gonna do? I hate that about myself, but I have acknowledged that that's a part of my offering.
Hate me or love me, you watched. That's what it is.
Roger, I keep saying this, and the guy does not need his ego fluffed, and he's heard me say this enough, but I just honestly think he's a star. Like, you could just put that guy in any possible situation, and he's going to kill it, whether it be a speaking function or, if he was teaching a bunch of juniors on the range, if he was talking about issues in golf, if he was just talking about the actual golf, if you put him on a stage to compete, he can just do anything. He is like the hype coordinator for the TGL matches. And I think he should have an even bigger role in an environment like that, because he can talk with anyone, carry a conversation with anyone, and anybody that's ever met him gets along so well with him. And my guy hits the ball so unbelievably far.
Now, Roger, that tee shot, 343.
Oof. Unfortunately, it took Soly 3 shots, and I think he is still short of Roger's drive.
He flew it into a bunker on 16 that was 340 to reach up the hill. Like, again, you can't really fathom how far he hits it until you see it in person. I mean, if he was on the PGA Tour, he would be the longest hitter on the PGA Tour. He would have to change his approach of doing it. He needs to find a few more fairways, but my goodness, does my guy crush the golf ball.
All right, weird question here, but what's the vibe with the other creators? I was pretty locked into my process last time. Is everybody chopping it up? Is there collabs going on? What's the situation? Everybody talking to each other? Everybody doing their own thing? Are they talking to? Do they have teams? Are they talking to their teams out there? What's kind of the vibe?
Well, a lot of these guys know each other a lot better than I really know any of them, except for Roger, I would say. I mean, there's a lot of good guys there, some former good guys there as well. So I feel like a little bit of an outsider in that group. It's just kind of, I'm much more of a podcaster than I am a creator or a YouTuber, is how I would define it. So I feel a little bit like a fish out of water in there, but everybody you talk to is super nice. I mean, I talked to Sean Walsh and Brad Dahlke a lot, and Garrett Clark as well.
All right, so no Good's kind of the boy band of golf YouTube, right? Right. It's hard to see anyone else being the JT, the Justin Timberlake of that boy band. It's got to be the Harry Styles. Right? I agree with that.
The word you guys are looking for is front man energy. It's got front man energy.
Garrett, can I ask you if there's a shot that you're most excited to hit?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Okay. Hole 12, just because I want to keep one in play this year, because I made a 9 last year. I had two OB. It ruined my whole round. It's like, other than that, I would have shot 1 over par or something, but that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm going to hit it down hole number 10. I'm going to try and hit it at the green at hole 10.
It's the first time I've learned that there's OB on this course, so I'm trying to go
okay,
into this.
All right,
I'm trying to go into this with no scar tissue, and I think we failed.
Way to make me feel good about myself. No, it was tough. Last year was a tough one out.
They're familiar with NLU, even if we've never worked together with them on anything in particular. And great guys, really nice guys. And same with talking to Luke Kwan and all that. We get along great. It's just it is a little bit uncomfortable for me because I'm not as good at golf and don't have nearly the followings that a lot of these people have on their YouTube platforms and all that. So definitely feel like I've got something to prove. And I walked away feeling like I have even more to prove, maybe.
We'll just kick the can down the road on that one a little bit.
I'll come back to you guys on this one.
Soly, we are also brought to you today by our friends at Rhoback. Are you sporting some Rhoback gear out there?
You know I am. Number one thing I'm reaching for whenever I'm playing golf, especially in the summer, the Delta Looper shorts. We talk about these shorts a lot. They're elastic. They're great material. They look great. They're wrinkle-free. I think they're wrinkle-free. That's not in the copy that they usually send over, but they're almost impossible to wrinkle. I've got them in every single colorway because they are my favorite shorts to wear on the golf course. You know how much we love their hoodies, how much we love their polos. I'm wearing a workout shirt that I live in basically all summer as we're recording this. They make so much great stuff. You go to Rhoback.com. You can use code NLU for 20% off your first order through the end of this week. That's RHOBACK.com. Again, code NLU gets you 20% off everything in the store for your first order. They make incredible stuff and they help support our content. Shout out to Rhoback.
So you already had Matt with you for motivation on the range. Sounds like you got some more motivation from our dear colleagues as well.
Strap boys, do I have you?
You guys are loud and clear. Hey, Randy, how are you? I'm great, Neil. Nice to be on this side of the equation. Oh, my God. I'm doing fantastic, man.
listen, after all the times you've had to call me, Neil, and you get to that 13th hole and strapped, felt like it was only right for me to reverse the fortune here. And you were my hype man at the last one. You were motivating me in the last one. You were the only one that believed in me. Do you believe in me today?
Yeah, of course. Listen, I'm an optimistic guy. I think you've been, pretty down on your game again, which is right where we want you. We don't want you saying you found it. That's usually a dead giveaway that we're in for a letdown. But no, I will say this: we're rooting for you. But man, if you play bad, I'm going to fart on you on this.
Oh God, I'm going to fart on myself. So I'll be right there with you. So I appreciate that, though, Neil.
All right, man, good luck. Enjoy the moment, enjoy the walk, take it all in, and yeah, whatever's going to happen is going to happen.
I love you guys. I love you both equally. Thank you guys very much for the advice.
All right, go get out.
Crack on.
All right, so we're walking to the first tee. First of all, we're playing the back 9, or the back 8, I guess. We're playing 8 holes. So we're walking to number 10 at East Lake. What's the mindset? What are you thinking? What club you going with? Just talk me through the 10th hole.
10th hole's a benign one. You're kind of driving towards the bottom of this hill. Only thing you can't do is go left. There looks like there's plenty of room right, but it's also summer Bermuda. Like, it's thick Bermuda, and the fairways don't look wide. So it's not like a white knuckle tee shot, but I know I got to hit a really straight one here.
Jacksonville Beach, Florida. No laying ups. Soly.
Go, baby.
I honestly didn't have first tee jitters. It's a lot less intimidating tee shot. It's a less intimidating golf course. Like, it's just more open and you can find your ball and you're not, completely screwed when you hit it offline. So I thought. And I wasn't hitting it left at all on the range. And I got up there on 10T and I just pulled dead snipe one, dead left. Man, it stinks when you got to yell 4 and there's real actual people outside the ropes. That's just really, really, really not a good feeling because I know that part's getting clipped.
Not just fans, Scotty Scheffler over there as well. You could have taken him out.
Soly and Roger hit it left over there at 18. Scotty Scheffler was finishing a practice round, walking up 18. Little too close to Scotty for comfort, I think, for the tour.
Yeah, that might have been the last Creator Classic moment if they put a hole through Scotty's knee.
Yeah, I was not in danger of hitting Scotty. Roger was about 120 yards ahead of me, just kind of hitting a little pitch onto the green. And I had to punch out sideways back to the middle of the fairway. And that's where Matt Ryan paid off from the actual jump. I mean, it was like he was at the line of scrimmage calling a blocking audible.
We're going to need you guys to move here. Back this way. That's right. Move back. Move back. Move back. Move back. Move back. And this chair is going to have to go too. Hey, we're going to need you guys to move back that way. Thank you.
Do you have any all-time caddy heroes?
All-time caddy heroes?
Yeah, what energy are you channeling today?
Steve Williams, man. Just like fucking winning this thing.
You got to undo a couple buttons if you want that.
We need some more chest hair.
Flared out.
I mean, I feel like he was just the alpha out there.
And I had hit a pretty heroic punch out to get back to the middle of the fairway.
Good shot, Soly.
Yeah.
Good shot.
We're in one fairway.
Good shot.
I know. I had to do it.
Hit the middle of the green, make bogey, and we're totally fine. We're totally fine. Again, it just also didn't work out that way.
We've got golf already on the golf course, and we will start with our opening grouping today, Erin. Some struggles out of the gate. Soly from no lane up, this at the 10th for bogey to start his day. That one misses left, and just like at Sawgrass, Chris Solomon with a double bogey out of the gate. That's the bad news, of course. Soly then made pars all the way through to get into that playoff at Sawgrass.
11th hole, what's going on?
225, downhill, downwind. I went for 5-iron, which is when we're at 72 degrees, my 205 club. At this heat level, that's probably easily carrying 210. Add in a little downhill, downwind. That just felt like the right club.
Just hot and flying.
Yeah. Is that
four seas?
What's that? 210?
205 comfortably at sea level. I guess covers 215 easily.
I agree.
Yeah.
We're saying half a club.
Yeah.
Man, I hope this doesn't come off as an excuse. Like, I stink. Like, put that aside. But like, I'm sweating. Like my hands are sweating. I'm struggling to keep them dry. I'm a little, like honestly, a little dizzy, just a little bit like phased from being out in the sun at this. Like I just don't feel like comfortable in this moment. I feel jittery. It's not nerves, but I just feel uncomfortable. I feel exposed for not having a golf game. And I got to stand up and hit these shots. And it's like, I don't know if I'm going to pure this. I don't know if I'm going to thin it. I don't know if it's going to go dead right or dead left. And I kind of just pull hook it and it comes up way short also. And it's just a shot I would never hit. Like if I pull hook one, it goes long and I end up short behind this bunker, tight lie, chipping on a downslope to get to this pin. I mean, we're playing back tees. Like this is like premium professional golf that we're playing. And if you're listening to these words, you're not hearing the description of somebody that's playing premium professional golf right now. So like, I hate to say it, on my second shot, I'm like making sure I don't thin or chunk it. Like that's more of my thought than I am trying to get this up and down. I hate to say that, but I just have to be honest.
Spin. Check. Nah. It's a little firm under there.
I think there's something very relatable there because that is how I would be thinking as well, despite every, effort to not do so. To your point, I don't think the 30 guys playing the Tour Championship probably have thought that way in a while, and it's
probably not.
It's a good indicator of the difference here, I think.
A huge difference also, if I may say, the golf course got dumped on that night and they played lift, clean, and place the whole rest of the way and they played a soft golf course. This place was crispy. And again, I stink. This is not an excuse.
Yeah, I feel like you got to lift, clean, and place on the tee at 11. I don't know if that was totally your issue.
No, that was not. But like on this pitch shot and like chipping onto greens that are soft was a luxury we were not afforded. Again, I stink. Like we're going to put that part to the side, but
kind of calls Fleetwood's whole thing into question. He didn't have to play the Creator Classic. All right, you get to the 12th. What are you thinking on this 12th tee?
So we get to 12. I'm 3 over par through 2. I know I got to get one back to get back on that 2 over par that I've lived at.
Time to get it.
And look, nothing's gone the way I would have hoped so far. I haven't hit a good shot. And I got Garrett Clark in my mind now. I didn't know there was OB right until he points out that there's OB right on a couple of these holes and don't really know where it's going. So I'm going to aim left. It's a short par four. It's 390. And I'm going to aim left, and I'm going to hit a slap, bunt, cut driver. All right, that's my best chance of hitting it straight.
Two-strike approach.
Yeah, it totally. Choke up, put it in play, Santiago Espinal style. And I hit this tee shot, according to Tourcast. I hit it 207 yards, dead left.
Oh, God. God damn.
So like I pulled it left to where I wanted to start it, and it was a chloroform ball going left. And it is going, like thankfully the group behind us was the women and they're up a box. Otherwise it would have nailed the people actually on the 11th tee. And no one, when there's ever been ropes up at this tournament, has ever hit a ball in this direction. If so, you're in the Pro-Am or whatever, and you're teeing it way, like nobody from the back tees would ever hit it in this spot. And I got to make...
And it might have just got nipped here.
That is the most embarrassing walk I've had to make in golf, which is like right by the women and their caddies standing there. Paige was like behind the tee as well, and I almost hit her. There were cameramen over there. And I got to go up to the rope line that's right of 11T, again, left from where I'm coming from, in front of all these dudes. They're like, how is there a ball here? Like, what is going on here? Is that Matt Ryan?
How old is this guy? What grade is this guy in?
That was happening so fast. I was trying to hit a little punch cut, smothered it.
Like, do we look tired?
Smothered it, and it was going at you guys so fast. I was freaking out.
I was in the clear. Sabrina, though, you did almost kill. It's okay.
I was like so embarrassed so quickly.
So Sabrina, were you afraid for your life while walking off 11T today?
Oh, yes. I was scared, actually, for sure. I have a fear of getting hit by a ball. I always dunk behind someone, and Kaylin was my person.
Yeah, she dunked behind me. I would have taken the bullet for that one.
I suppose that's a caddy's job.
Yeah, right? Got to protect my player at all costs.
And I could have taken TIO, and I just didn't have the heart of like, I'm 3 over already. I can't call over Ken Tackett
just need
to get me out of the way here. Get me out of here, please.
Nobody look at me, please. I'm just playing back to the fairway. God, that's so good.
I hit a really good 7-iron from like 190, and it stayed up on the front right part of the green for a long time. Matt was hyped and was, he's hyping up the crowd, but the ball started rolling away before he even noticed.
Good shot, Soly. Really good. Hell of a shot.
Sit. Stay
That's
there.
perfect.
All right.
That's perfect. That's a hell of a shot, dude.
Thanks.
Well done.
No, it didn't stay.
That was a good ass shot, boys. Give him a round of applause, huh? Come on.
It's still
rolling.
rolling.
What are we doing?
It's still rolling.
Did it roll off?
Yeah.
I said still, man. That was such a good shot.
We got to 13, and he's like, at that left bunker, you're totally fine. We're not going to run out of that bunker. And I hit a stripe right towards that bunker, and he's like, oh, great ball. And I was like, did that reach the bunker? He's like, nah, it didn't.
Get on the ground. Sit.
Good ball, Soly. Just in front.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I think it's short.
Short? Okay.
We got up there. It was in the bunker, unfortunately. But, you know.
Could have changed the whole day.
Yeah, it could have. Well, that was if it hit the hill situation. So.
Really tough shot here for Soly. He's in the bunker, has a big lip to deal with.
145 up 5.
Okay. That's a good 9-iron then out of the sand. Short better than the long of this anyway?
You got plenty of space long. The putt's a little faster come back, but I like that for you.
Okay.
55?
Yep.
And not hitting it so well right now. Yeah.
Defensive lineman knocked that one down.
Just caught the top of that thing. 58.
Yeah, we got to just get out. No way. I wasn't even considering that.
Maybe the worst thing in golf is the fairway bunker shot into the lip. Because then you have the same shot but tougher. Yeah.
How are you staying locked in? Anything motivating you out there?
I know at a certain point, look, I know a lot's been made about my rivalry with Gabby Golf Girl, which I refuse to. Listen. I just refuse to acknowledge that.
Totally media driven.
It's a media narrative that does not exist in my mind. But I'm looking at the leaderboard. I would like to beat her if I could, just because I know I'm going to hear some comments in our Slack when I get done. If not, and I got a side bet with Roger going. I clipped him in the first one, and the bet was. The other person got to dictate an embarrassing social post to be made on the other's behalf. And I never made him pay up on that. So I'm still thinking about that. But it's also something I don't want to do where I got to post something to the NLU socials like from me that's going to be very embarrassing if I don't beat him. And I know I'm looking up at him all day long.
I'm still plotting on the creative, though. I want to do something that advances my career because he has such a loyal following and fan base. I want, so I want to capitalize. But I also want to embarrass him. Yes. So it's like it's the juxtaposition. At the time, though, it was that Michael Irvin post. I was gonna make Soly put glitter on his chest.
Some Michael Irvin post that nobody else saw. It's like the goal here would be like people in on the joke. He was gonna make me do this Michael Irvin glitter post. What was it? What was he saying?
Hey, Michael Irvin was in Brazil, coked out of his mind. I don't know if we can say that part. He's like, welcome to Brazil.
Right. And nobody was going to know what that was about.
So we would have driven that into virality, which I really wanted. I wanted George Chess.
And he wants you doing this Michael Irvin thing?
Yeah, that was a really motivating thing before TPC Sawgrass because no one had seen this Michael Irvin glittered up clip.
Cardi Ball down in Rio.
And he wanted me to do this, and I was like, okay, well, I'm just not going to lose because I cannot post that on social media, man. I got kids that are going to grow up and see this. I cannot do this to myself.
Okay, 14, cool hole, down the hill, down back towards the lake. Just one of my favorites out of East Lake.
14 was a par 5, changed to a par 4 that's 530 yards, and that's the tee we played it at. It's just wildly difficult, and you can't see any fairway, right? So, again, Matt gets up and gives me a really specific line. There's a tree there. You need to be 5 yards right of this tree. And I hit this tee shot, and it is 5 yards right of this tree. Like, it is the best I've hit one. It's a little bottom of the face. I didn't crush it, but it's straight, man, and it's going to be in the fairway, of course, right? And I got such a Bronx cheer. That was maybe the most embarrassing part of the day was how hard everybody celebrated that tee shot, like getting elevated. Oh, yeah.
Beauty, Soly. There we go. There we go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, baby.
I don't deserve that reaction. That just making it worse.
Good ass ball.
That's making it worse. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
That's perfect, man. That's perfect.
I tried not to, but...
We get up there, and Matt was like, oh, yeah, I forgot they bring the rough in, actually, for this tournament. Normal play, this would be fine.
Oh man!
And so I've got 225
going the other way.
in the right intermediate. It was a totally fine lie, but ball above my feet, just an awkward shot. And they did such a good job with that redo. But if you miss, 5 feet right of this green, you are in total danger. If you miss left, though, it's going to run away from you. So again, I don't know where this 5-iron's going, and my body ain't moving right, and it's going left. It goes way, way, way left, and almost, ends up in the rough, pitching over a bunker, up a hill.
Yeah, no fun.
But I had a good lie. I had a really good lie. That was like a ball finally bouncing my way.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Oh!
Could have used that one.
Hell yeah.
Could have used that one.
Great shot, buddy.
Thank you.
And I hit just a money pitch. Got my weight on the left side, opened up the face of a 58. It came out absolutely perfect. I even gave it a little half step towards the hole and raised the 58 degree in the air because I thought it was going in. Lipped out, settled maybe 2 feet from the hole, and I had my first par.
Good job, Soly. Good
That's
four.
A par. We're on the board.
Let's go. That's a birdie, man.
What's that?
That's a birdie.
It's par 4 now, isn't it? I think it's par 4. Yeah.
God, I know. It felt like a birdie to me.
You know what? We're going to call that a birdie.
That's a birdie.
So 15, par 3, you probably remember from the Tour Championship. Not quite an island green, but not far off, right? Just a very, very do or die, demanding shot. There's kind of all those tee boxes up the left rail. It's almost like 17 at Sawgrass, right? And then there's the one way back, kind of on an angle, all carry over the water. It kind of almost seemed like maybe you guys were going to have to play there. It seemed like you guys had some, I know you were stressing about it the night before.
I just saw the tee sheet, and I know that we're playing the new tees from on hole 15.
All the way back?
Yeah, 215. Because we played it in the qualifier at like 140. It was 140. It was like the normal tee boxes. So a 215-yard shot to an island green is going to be fun.
We got an email that said we were playing that hole at 215, and there's only one tee box at 215. So I was stressing about it, but I also wasn't, because I honestly thought about, I might just lay up to the drop area or to a different tee box, because I don't think I'm hitting that green. And if I was a couple under par, I probably would have done that. Listen, I was like a jillion over par when I got there, so I probably would have sent it anyways. But we played the back of the left tees, which was 167 yards.
I want to say one thing real quick. I know there was maybe a rumor that got out that maybe we were playing 15 from the back tee across the pond. We're not going to do that.
Everybody stop that. Everybody make some noise for that. Everybody make some noise.
A little downhill. And, I thought it was an easy 9-iron for me. That's my 160 club, but I got enough with the heat and a little bit downhill, a little downwind, got an easy boost on this. And I don't know why, but I felt like I needed to hit it hard. And I didn't. I should have just played towards the front of that green, and I didn't hit as bad of a shot as it probably looked, but it was a smidge left of my target and going left. And it's just that little pull you hit across your line that has no shot. Like it's just not stopping. And I think if I could have just steered that a little bit farther right, it would have been totally fine. But while it's in the air, I know it's wet. And the only thing I don't know is what color that line is. And I got bad news.
Uh-oh.
Hang on. Catch a piece.
Oh, no. Bad to worse.
He's got the lefts. Got the lefts real bad.
Is that red or yellow?
I don't know how they have it staked.
Okay, so the first couple holes don't go so great. The next couple holes don't go so great.
I'm trying my hardest, franchise. I'm trying. I promise I'm trying.
Now I'm like honestly wondering, I know we're not playing 9 holes, but like, are we gonna break 50? Is this like a bogey golf watch here? Like this, you're starting to imagine how bad it could actually be. We know we're out of it already.
Brazil.
Now I'm worried about what Roger's gonna cook up here.
God, that might need to be in the lexicon from now on. Something starts really moving quick for somebody.
Welcome to Brazil.
Welcome to Brazil. Anything to report from 16? Shortish par 4 up the hill, right?
Shortish par 4. I'm doing a better job of keeping the ball off the left side of the course, but I block this one to the right. My ball actually ends up embedded in a mound next to one of the bunkers, which was a good break, and I got to drop it over in some grass that almost laid down. It was different than Bermuda grass, laying down right next to the bunker. Had a decent lie, and I'm 193 up the hill. And it looks like a jumper to me. I kind of was like, I think it might be 8. My guy that knows the course talked me into 7. I ended up hitting that shot 223 yards, well long of the hole.
75 covers the bunker on the left, 93 to the pin.
Cut. Should jump a little bit.
I would.
You think that's enough? It's 7.
I think it's one more.
Okay.
You?
Yeah, I can open the face a little bit on this.
You feel like a 7 gets through that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sit. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
All right. A little through. Jumped a little.
Maybe it wasn't 8. I feel like I called you off.
No, it's, I mean,
great
big
swing.
ask up the hill, though.
Great swing.
Listening back to it, I also agreed. He said it's 7. I'm like, you're probably right. So I can't blame Matt completely on that one. I don't know if I would have pulled 8. I agreed with it. I'm responsible for it. I would never place the blame there, but
of course,
Did
you have to ding him on the comment card for that one afterwards?
No, he owned it. That's all you got to ask is that your caddy owns it when he makes a mistake. And
What's on me, bro? What's on me?
Deej, I've been doing a lot of golf workouts. Of course, shout out to our friends at The Stack. But a goal of mine, and actually pretty easy to realize here, is not get into an arms race with Roger Steele, because the guy hits it, even at my fastest, hits it so much farther than I do. But I think the next step for Raj, we got to find him like a 185 mile an hour cruising shot off the tee. And this was my goal coming into this was, all right, you've done this speed training. You have committed to The Stack. Let's find that fairway finder off the tee at a solid speed. Listen, if I go back and look at the numbers, my speed is there, even without trying to hit the ball hard in this tournament. Granted, my accuracy was not very good I've not been training the golf swing, but the speed and the distance was there. Like running into a bunker at 295 when I'm not trying to hit the ball hard is a lifestyle I'm not used to. I owe that entirely to our friends at The Stack. You can go to thestacksystem.com/NLU, code no laying up, get you 10% off their products. It's a training program you can do in your backyard. When I'm extremely stressed for time to get golf workouts in or range sessions in, I go into my backyard, I stretch for 15 minutes, I swing the weighted club for 15 to 20 minutes. It tells you exactly what to swing, when to swing it. It gamifies it for you. It tracks your progress. I can see my actual speed going up as time goes along. It helps me in so many different aspects of my game. I know the score didn't go great. That's we're not doing a direct translation here, but I'm telling you, if I was able to play and practice some golf on top of this, I think it would come together rather quickly. And I still greatly enjoy doing the workouts. I feel great after doing it, do them in the mornings. And I strongly encourage, TC also sent over the party doctor, said he's the standard case for it. He said he's hitting it 30 yards farther and has turned into a completely different golfer. So thestacksystem.com/NLU, code no laying up for 10% off.
Now endorsed by the party doctor.
What more do you need?
What more can we say? All right, the home hole in this instance, 17, the last one. What are we trying to prove here?
Deej, we're trying to hit a fairway or a green at this point, which we have done neither of. And first of all, you go so far back to get to the back of 18. I don't know if you've ever been there or seen that. Like you cross over 14. Like it is comical. Like instead of rolling off 16 green, like you walk back like 100 yards to get to the new tee on 17.
Holy, you guys are 1 foot off the back of the box.
Seriously.
I'm here to attest. This shit ain't easy, man.
I mean, 258 to reach the fairway. Hope I hit a good one. Somebody might walk off that green and play the wrong box.
Yeah. I hit a decent tee shot, but it's moving a little left. I think Roger early called me. Somebody early called me.
Come on. Come on. Cover.
Which is just, that's the last thing you want to hear when you haven't hit a fairway all day. Like good ball. And it just overdraws into the left bunker. I had 131.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Hell yeah. Hey.
Well, make it
GIR, man. Let's
told
go.
You we're hitting the green.
Let's go.
I'm coming for you, Raj.
Hit a really crisp pitching wedge. Kind of still a blind shot for me, but it's going right at the flag. I knew it was good. And I got my first real cheer of the day. Got up there. It was about 8 feet behind the hole.
I
got a chance. I got to hit a green in regulation, got one, and had a chance to end this thing in style and get back to bogey golf. I'm standing over the putt.
I'm not inventing anything. Straight. I mean, it's fast, obviously, but no grain. It shouldn't move.
Soly, I think if anything, it's going to wiggle a little left.
Okay.
Just a little, but that's all speed.
That's good.
I'm ready for this to be over, this long national nightmare to be over. And it got buggy out there. Like I got bugs that are buzzing all around, but I'm also like, dude, you cannot back off a putt right now. You are look at the scoreboard. You're in dead last. Like, let's just get the show on the road here. And as I go to hit the putt, like a little no-see-um like lands on my eyelid. And when I thought I almost whiffed the ball. And when I hit it, I thought I was going to be 1.5 feet short.
Did he hit it? Did he hit it? Yeah. Oh, my goodness. By a whisker.
Oh, man.
By a whisker.
A bug flew in my eye. I just hit it. I was like, oh, my God, if that ends up short, I'm never going to hear the end of that.
On the last roll.
That's the way to end it. He's smiling. He's having a good time.
Neil's happy, Tron's happy, Randy's happy. And when they're happy, I'm happy.
Yes.
You know?
Well said.
I mean, off the face, Erin, it's no chance this gets there. I can't believe I did it. 4th and inches for Soly and Matt.
Well, tush push putt.
They tush pushed it in there, didn't they?
Almost a butt fumble, but it was a tush push touchdown.
Thank God. I needed one itty bitty moment.
Shawshank Redemption.
At least that was my first ever birdie in the Creator Classic. I made none of them at Sawgrass.
And what more can you ask for, man?
We're retiring on top now.
They ran out of holes. So I caught a little bit of the end of coverage. It looked like it just dumped.
It's a 4. Brad Dahlke, Creator Classic champion here in Atlanta.
Oh, no more play. Get off the course, Rory McIlroy. No more playing.
How did my guy do with the rain management?
So again, my guy's all over it. He sees the storm about to roll in. He takes off for the hospitality, gets my bag undercover. I got caught doing an interview. I ended up getting absolutely soaked in the fairway, making it in there just dripping. I could have jumped in that pond and been drier than I was, but my bag was perfectly pristine. Matt was perfectly pristine. Found the food area, kept the mics dry. Like my guy was on top of it. I didn't even know where he was. I had to text him. I'm like, where are you? And he's like, oh, I'm back at hospitality. The bag's dry.
Yeah, I left, dude. I'm back home.
Dude, I'm out of here.
That sucked. I'm
I
out
got
of here.
kids at home. I don't want to do this anymore.
All right. I mean, big picture takeaways, man. What anything else in the notebook here?
I am still and probably will eternally be tempted by the allure of competitive golf. It's when you're doing it and doing it well, there's nothing like it as a golfer, as somebody that desperately wants to be good at golf. It is the ultimate test. It's the ultimate, mirror. Like you're looking at your own reflection in the mirror and you're seeing what's in there and what you're made of. I haven't liked the answer to that in recent go-arounds. And I've been, I've surprised myself with how much success I've had at times in competitive situations. And it makes you want to keep trying and keep finding out what's in there. But at the same time, I've got to have a lot more respect for what goes into getting there. I'm a good golfer when I practice and play a lot and spend a lot of time on it, spend a lot of time thinking about it, keep my body in shape. That's not this current phase of my life. So I got to stop doing these, like, just pray you get a 0.1 percentile performance out of yourself and respect what actually goes into competitive golf and all these dudes you're playing against. Because, man, you just walk out of there feeling like you don't belong is like the worst feeling. And I knew this was a possibility. I'm honestly not that embarrassed by it. I thought I'd be more embarrassed. I want to try. I want to do fun and challenging things in golf. I got to pick my spots a little bit better. Not for this current phase of my life. And I'll keep saying that out loud until I actually follow through and stop signing up for these things.
Well, listen, phase is just a phase. Phase
that's not for eternity, but the current one, it ain't working.
Well, it's making me feel better about my game. I'm like, oh yeah, that's how I should be feeling about my game too. Yeah, Soly's making a lot of good points here. Well, listen, are you glad you did it?
I'm glad I did it. Yeah, it was fun. Like I had a lot of. I mean, you're still getting to go out and play a PGA Tour golf course the night before. It's being played by the best players in the world. Like it is really fun to test yourself. I had a ton of fun. Especially with Matt. I mean, that was just such a fun experience to have him out there, and still can't believe that happened. So I'm glad I did it. It was the swift kick out the door to say, like, all right, buddy, you're good here. You've given it a shot. This ain't you. You ain't that guy. You ain't that guy, pal.
I just gave him nothing. We hit one green. I mean, there's just, You know, I don't have that. I don't have that.
Cashed in when we did hit.
You know what? I'm not going to blame that on you. You know, he's pressuring me into blaming you for not hitting the greens.
Thank you.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Crooked media trying to get me to blame the caddy when he only deserves 75% of the blame at most.
Yeah,
at most.
I feel like from the caddy standpoint, it's like, you know, Soly made some really good double bogeys. We made a really good birdie on 17. We made a really good birdie on 17. These double bogeys were on him.
A big shout out again, thanks to Matt for coming out and doing it. Shout out to the folks at Pro Shop and the Toro for inviting me to come play in this and for organizing it and giving a stage for this. And congrats, of course, to the champion, Brad Dahlke. And again, thanks to everyone that continues to donate to the No Laying Up Endowed Scholarship to the Evans Scholar Foundation. You can sign up for that at nolayingup.com/ESF if you are interested and you want more information on that. Also email Casey@nolayingup.com if you have any questions about donor advised funds or any of that. But that was a main reason that I went through it and embarrassed myself. So I don't mind rattling the tip jar here to help us reach our goal to send a kid to college every 4 years at Miami University. It's pretty darn cool. This episode was edited and produced by Charles Van Kirk. Sound design by Charles Van Kirk. Audio capture by Charles Van Kirk. Poor golf shots hit by Chris Solomon. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll see you next time.